Now let's continue working on our orders API. The first thing that we want to do here is we need to create models. So we'll create the folder here for models, and in there for orders we will be creating two tables. First will be the order header and next one will be order details. So right here we will right click, add a new class file. I will call this order header and the next class will be order details. Now what will be all of the properties here? If you want, you can create a separate product table here, but I think we can store all of the product information, like the basic ones, inside the order details itself. So first for order header, let me go to the shopping cart API. And here, if we go inside messages, we have the checkout header DTO. Let me copy all of the properties from checkout header DTO and paste it inside order header. I will change this from cart header to order header. Everything else looks good. Then if you scroll down at the very end, we have an IEnumerable of cart details DTO. Now this won't be cart details, we will have order details. And here I can just make this a list here. We'll call that as order details. Next thing, I also want to create another flag here, which will be Boolean and payment status. By default, this will be false. If you want, you can also create another property here with date time of order time. So our order header looks good. Let's go and examine the order details, or rather checkout details in the shopping cart. Right here, let me copy everything, go back to our order details, and let me paste it here. First thing we will have is order details ID, and then we will have a foreign key for the order header ID. The virtual will be order header. We can add a foreign key here for the order header ID. If you want, you can also use the key data annotation for the order details ID. Product ID is good and count is also good. We don't have a product DTO here, but instead of that, we will just be storing the product name here. And we'll do a prop here. And we will have a double for the product price. These are the only two properties that we want to save. If you want, you can log more details or maybe create a product table to store the generic details about the product. But this will be sufficient for our scenarios. So next thing that we want to consider is adding the DB context. So let me copy the application DB context from shopping cart, create a folder here, and in there, let me paste the file. We will be changing the namespace here from shopping cart API to order API. Next, what will be the DB set? We don't have any products, but we will have the order header and order details. Now finally, we need to configure our DB context and push the migration. Let's do that in the next video.